It's the B Plus Wrestling Podcast.
The move.
Might not be an A, but you are a B plus.
Check it out! Here we go! You wanna mess with us? Cause we're steady on the ground, steady on the ground.
All right, ladies, gents, and non-binary friends, welcome to the B Plus Podcast. I'm your host, Greg Unchained. Today is Saturday, I think the new day that we're releasing these.
It's a new day.
The new...
Yes, it is.
It's a new day. It's the new B Plus, the loosey-goosey, we're winging it B Plus. This is our second take because of the traditional old B Plus technical difficulties that we have every time we try to do this damn thing. Fuck you, Telstra. Joining me, of course, our social media maven and international man of mystery, Mr. Mysterious over in Perth. How you doing, buddy?
I'm going fantastic. I'm glad that we all can hear each other again. I'm just, I'm getting back in the positive zone. Just getting ready to start talking about everything.
Yeah, getting back into it. And, of course, Osaka Ben Taz Champ, whatever. Ben, how you doing, man? Quizmaster Ben this week, I hope.
Yes, the quiz is back, baby.
Yes.
A little bit sick, but yeah, on the last attempt of recording this thing, I didn't mention the Osaka thing. Yes, I've booked flights for Japan in June. I'm going to go to Dominion, and I'm taking my older daughter. It'll be her second trip to Japan, so I'm just like
Beautiful.
daydreaming at work about being back in Japan, and the anxieties of avoiding alcohol because my Japan trips are so tied in with drinking strong zeros and going to wrestling. So this is it's a bit of a worry, but I'm confident I'll be fine.
You can do it, man. We believe in you.
We believe in you. We message us, make us jealous that you're over there, but we'll be there to support you.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah, if you're feeling the need, just reach out. That's what we're here for.
Yep.
I am feeling incredibly sore, which is what we were just talking about before our technical difficulties hit, because I've signed back up to the gym and I've been going to the gym again despite doctor's orders. I'm just like, fuck it. If I have to wait another year for the surgery anyway, I mean, what's the worst that can happen if I go to the gym and exert myself is it brings the surgery onto an emergency level. Like, and then I get it done. Yay. So... But my problem is I feel, and I'm worried it's just because I'm over 30 now. I'm just constantly sore, just constantly.
You'll be better. Use the supplements.
Yeah, no, I do. I'm into the supplements. I'm on this Alpha Man vitamins and stuff, which I thought was hilarious because I looked at the label and it was like not for vegetarians, and I was just like, that's it's called Alpha Man and it's not recommended for vegetarians, and I just thought that was hilarious on so many levels.
God, I guess everyone's different with their recovery rate, and obviously, are you open to people message you any tips or?
Yeah, no, hit me up if you got any tips that for avoid anything but ice baths. I can't do ice baths. All right, I've tried the Wim Hof method. All right, don't come at me like you can do ice baths, man. Just do the Wim Hof method, bro. Just do the Wim Hof. All right, I get it. Okay, it's something that can be done, but I feel very uncomfortable in ice baths. Anything other than that'll help reduce soreness.
I've never heard of this Wim Hof method, and I've been lifting weights for over half of my life. At this point.
The Wim Hof method is a thing for withstanding the cold, withstanding extremes. Yeah. So anytime I'm like, I can't do ice baths, there's always someone who's like, just do the Wim Hof method, bro. You'll be all right. Just YouTube it. YouTube it, bro. Have you heard of Wim Hof? The Wim Hof bros. You've never encountered a Wim Hof bro?
No, I do. My gym stuff is all at home, so I don't have to deal with a. What do you call those gym guys? I can't remember.
I don't know. I think it's also because I run in conspiracy circles, and Wim Hof is fringe. It's fringe, meditative breathing. I don't know. It's weird. It's pretty cool.
Bro science. That's what it is. Bro science.
Bro scientists. Yeah. No. So I can't do it. But let's talk wrestling. That's what we're here for, right? And it's been a bit of a heavy week. There's been some heavy news this week.
Yeah, a few passings. Some pretty big ones, actually, now that we think about it.
One of these flew completely over my radar. I didn't even know. I heard about La Parka, right? La Parka obviously passed away. I'm not sure the circumstances surrounding it, though.
It was, he didn't quite recover because he took that really bad suicide dive. It's the injuries from that. He never really recovered from that. And he was in hospital for a while. Like he just that was the cause of it all.
Damn, that's never good to hear. That's never good to hear. But the one that threw me through a loop that you guys mentioned, and I didn't even know about, was Rocky Johnson passed away this week. Like the Rock's dad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
woke up this morning to this news.
Yeah, we don't know at the moment how he passed, but 75 years old, second generation star, used to do NWA, like WWF, like he went. I think he retired back in like the 90s, but he had a pretty long career, and obviously like his son took up the mantle, and yeah.
It's so crazy to me because I was listening to a podcast just the other day and they were talking about the Rocky Johnson biography book that had come out recently. I can't remember what podcast it was. I feel like it was one of the Wade Keller shows. And yeah, they were just doing a book review kind of thing of the Rocky Johnson biography and the parts where it clashes with Tony Atlas's and all this sort of stuff. And it was fascinating, and I was really enjoying listening to it. And I was like, oh man, I should probably pick up that book. And then find out today, like, oh, he's actually passed away. And I'm like, holy crap. Like that's because it was like literally 2 days ago I was listening to this book review episode of the podcast and they didn't mention it then. So this happened this morning.
Yeah,
our time. Yeah.
Which Thursday we're recording this, guys. So you're hearing it a bit later. But yeah, that's terrible, man. Pour one out for them, obviously. Poured one out for Lapaka already, so I'll pour one out for Rocky Johnson this evening, and that's it's never fun to hear of him going. But I mean, I guess he had a long career and long life, and got to see his son be like the most successful guy in the world ever.
Yeah,
part of the Hall of Fame, like got inducted by his son.
True. He didn't live to see his son be president, though, right? Because that's gonna happen.
Well, can't be.
That's gonna happen.
Let's say now. I'd rather see good movies from him than him do anything else. So.
Yeah.
You don't want to see The Rock be president? You don't want Idiocracy to come to life?
Oh, just do Terry Crews. It doesn't have to be The Rock.
I'm just saying this right now. Okay, 2024. Okay, Donald Trump hand chooses.
It's fucking
Donald Trump hand chooses
now.
his successor.
It is Idiocracy. What are you talking about?
But Donald Trump hand chooses his successor. His good personal friend, Vince McMahon, is running in 2024 as a Republican. And then you got The Rock versus Vince McMahon. And fuck it, why not just have Rock pick Steve as his vice? As if Steve Austin is a Democrat. He's definitely a Republican voter for sure, right?
Yes.
Steve Austin's a Republican, surely.
Yeah.
Isn't The Rock Republican?
Yeah, The Rock always was Republican until about 4 years ago, right? It's just real coincidence that, but he's described as a fiscally conservative Democrat, right? So he's going to hit that middle America the way Donald Trump did. I'm telling you, man, The Rock 2024, The Rock on the Democratic ticket, he has to go for president. He's going to do it. And, Conspiracy Greg, if Conspiracy Greg wants to put his hat on, which Conspiracy Greg does not want to put his hat on, I do not believe this for a second about this situation. I believe it about other situations, but supposedly to get great success, you need to sacrifice someone close to you. Not personally, like you don't have to kill them or whatever, but like if you look at successful people, right before Kanye West's career blew up, his mum died. Right before Billie Eilish's career blew up, one of her best friends died. Like all these people, if you look through like entertainment and stuff, right before people blow up and get big and have massive success, someone close to them dies. It's the weirdest coincidence. And so conspiracy hat Greg, his dad's died. Now he's going to become president.
I
don't believe
this way.
I'd say he's already been successful. He is the epitome of success already.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. That's what I'm saying. I don't believe this right now. Like this is not, I'm just saying I can imagine people putting this out there. When he runs for president in 2024, you'll be able to find all the crazy YouTube videos of his dad died and then it was a sacrifice and a demonic and he's a Satanist.
There's a lot of people in that family, don't forget. You could have Roman Reigns and all sorts of people. You've already had Umaga and Yokozuna.
Yeah.
Who else is there?
Look, I don't think it's connected at all. I'm just saying the YouTube videos will be there. I guarantee it. I'm calling it.
You'll be producing them.
No, I won't. No, I won't. I will have nothing to do with that. Absolutely will have nothing to do with that. I'm conspiracy Greg in the fact that I don't not believe anything, but I don't believe anything either. I just think it's entertaining as hell, man.
Conspiracy light.
I believe we're lied to, right? Surely we can all agree on that. We're lied to a lot, right?
Yeah.
One of the first things we're taught about when we're kids is Santa Claus, you know? And then you find out about it when you're like 10 years old. And
You
it's,
don't know
devastating.
somebody could be listening to this in the car with their kids in the car. You need a spoiler
Well, I
warning.
apologize. Spoiler alert. Santa's not real, kids. Yeah, I'm just saying, we're lied to. We're lied to our whole lives. So, you know, this has gone a really weird direction. This
Yes,
is what
it has.
happens in the new B+. When we don't have a plan.
We
don't
promised
have
that
a
we'd be
plan.
able to navigate this. We apologize, guys.
I want to thank everyone who's been voting in the Twitter polls. Now, we're not going to announce who the winners of the awards are yet because we're still working our way through them.
Mhm.
Because I put them up for a day or two for people to vote. And it's like, I can't just, put them all up at once. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that feels weird to put them all up at once. So we'll get to those at some point, probably at the end of January. I think we'll tell you who actually won
Mhm.
our year-end awards. But first, let's talk about WWE, man.
Mhm.
What's going on this week in WWE? Because I don't watch it.
Well, we had a lot of different stars sign at the Performance Center, like some latest signees, including one Mercedes Martinez. After
Right.
nearly 2-decade career, she's finally in there, and she made her debut on tonight for us on the latest episode of NXT. Like,
Yeah. Go ahead and say it. She's an alumni of Indie Girls over there in Perth who you work
former
with. Go
champion.
on. Get your plugs
I
in.
I was not going to go there, but thank you for doing that.
Well, we have to, right? That's what you got to get the
yeah.
plugs in.
Yeah, get the plugs in,
Mercedes
yeah. Lovely
Mercedes
woman.
Martinez is an absolute legend, though, and I thought AEW needed her. And to see her go to NXT, and NXT has the better women's division,
Mhm.
story-wise, depth-wise. Depth-wise, I think AEW have a lot of talent in their division, but just seeing her going to the NXT women's division,
She would have been very
huge
valuable.
blow.
Yeah.
Huge shot across the bow. Like, I want to, AEW needs someone like a Mercedes Martinez, And when she showed up in their Battle Royal thing, right? It was like, oh shit, like this could get real good for AEW, but nah, she's gone over to the yellow brand.
I think when she appeared on an episode of Dark as well, I think WWE, they kind of forced their hand in some ways. Just like, we
You
don't.
reckon they offered her big money?
I feel like they would have, yeah.
I reckon they've offered her a trainer thing, right? Like she'll wrestle for like 2 years or whatever, and she's guaranteed a spot as one of their trainers.
Yeah.
Because she can't have that many years left in the tank.
Never say never, man, but I can see the idea of being a head trainer appealing to her, yeah.
Yeah, maybe not a head trainer. I mean, Sarah
Oh, not a head
D'Amato is
trainer,
doing a
yeah, yeah.
fantastic job, but I can see. I feel like the Performance Center is a game changer for WWE in that it lets people be employed for life, right? Like you don't have to run the risk of opening your own school and all that. Like you just go train at the Performance Center and you get to keep doing the wrestling thing and make a steady paycheck from the biggest company in the world. Like it's a brilliant thing.
Mhm.
And it's a big bargaining chip for them. Like we guarantee you a spot as a trainer. That's a big bargaining chip.
And just like a bit more certainty is like, especially with like, no one knows how their career will end up in the end, if they'll, like, if injury will strike or illness or what have you. But yeah.
Yeah, working behind the scenes is always a smart thing to do. Like our good friend Marty Skrull. Holy shit, we'll talk about that soon because that blew my mind. We'll talk about that shortly. But first, sticking with WWE, I did see something that piqued my interest, and I was like, oh, maybe I should watch this.
Mhm.
I have not yet, but I'm planning on watching it this weekend. Buddy Murphy has joined up with Seth Rollins' the new Shield, their new little group there, the Monday Night Messiah, right?
So, they
He's
haven't got
got
a name, but yeah.
no, I don't know what they're called, but he's calling himself the Monday Night Messiah, right?
I feel like it sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, and so just disclaimer, people: none of us are watching WWE because we've fallen far out of love with that product. But Seth Rollins, he's turned heel. He has a new group. He's with AOP, right? And they look kind of like the Shield, right? The big guys, the vests and stuff. So yeah, but Seth Rollins, AOP, and now Buddy Murphy has joined the group.
I actually
which
I actually like how
I'm
he
into
joined.
that.
Yeah, because he's had this mini feud with Aleister Black. He's lost like 3 times.
Yeah, where he lost 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
And just the third time, just like, nah, something needs to change, and just Seth's like invited him over, and he interrupted the fist fight match. I can't remember what the actual title was, but yeah, it was a really 6-man fist fight where really it was just like a no holds barred match.
Yeah, the main event of Raw. I just think it's dope that he's in such a high spot there. Like, even though he lost a 3-match feud, which is shitty. You don't want to lose 3 matches in a row. Like, I would generally be like, that's awful, but it seems like they have an actual direction for why they did it, which is rare.
Mhm.
It's rare for WWE. Although I'm hearing things a lot that Monday nights are getting better, which with Paul Heyman at the helm,
Mhm.
not entirely surprising. But they are still doing the whole Rusev Lana,
Still doing
Bobby
that.
Lashley stuff.
Yep.
That's still, as long as the Bobby Lashley Rusev Lana storyline is going, there's no way I'm tuning in. I'm sorry.
Well,
It's trash.
I will say Rusev hasn't signed his contract yet, and he put on his Twitter at soon to be free agent. So he is sussing out what he's doing right now.
Good. Get that money, Rusev. Get that money. Go somewhere where you can like control your own online stuff. You do your because he's entertaining as fuck. He could do a YouTube channel
Mhm.
and be successful. Like, I don't know. I feel like he's probably just using it as a bargaining chip like Randy Orton did though.
Yeah, I honestly I can't, because his certain style. I can't picture where else it would work. Like, but like he's a great personality. He's a great superstar, but I don't know. Maybe just the fact that have some space so he doesn't have to deal with this whole storyline. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. What's this stuff about Brock Lesnar? So Brock Lesnar's entering the Royal Rumble at number 1, right?
Yes.
I wanted to talk about this last week, but I forgot about it because it's WWE. So he's entering the Royal Rumble at number 1. Is he putting the title on the line?
No. So it's
What's the fucking point?
they're trying to kind of a la the New Japan, like, just if the champion wins, he can kind of choose his challenger. I think that's what Brock's not going to last at the Rumble. Like, just someone's going to throw him out, and
5 people will throw him out at once, and then they will face off in Elimination Chamber.
Cain Velasquez will eliminate him.
Oh, God,
again.
no.
I don't know.
Don't give us another Cain Velasquez moment. God damn. No. Yeah, Brock Lesnar. Bro, just like why have the champion in the fucking Rumble? It defeats the whole purpose of the Rumble. It makes no sense to me. And I get, like, okay, let the story play out, Greg. I get that. Like, okay, there are places they could go with it that could be interesting, but I don't trust them. No. I don't trust them to do that.
It was a bizarre reason as well, because Paul Heyman, he announced it for Brock, obviously, but he's saying how Brock wants to prove that he can defeat everyone. Like, he doesn't need to prove it. He's a multi-time Universal WWE champion, final boss. Like, he's proven it all the time. And like the narrative is like he's a part-timer. He doesn't care, which weirdly enough, he's been on every Raw this year, which is a good start.
Yeah, that's 2 Raws, right?
Yes, 2, 3 Raws, yeah.
2, 3 Raws. Yeah, look, here's how I would book it if I was Vince McMahon, just to test how far I can fuck with people and still have them tune into WrestleMania, right? Brock Lesnar outlasts everyone in the Royal Rumble. Just as they come in, he tosses them over and he stands around waiting. And they come in and he tosses them over and they stand around waiting. And it's just the most boring Royal Rumble match ever. Fuck it, right? Just open the show with that and then close with a really hot women's Royal Rumble. No one's going to give a shit, okay? And then fast forward to WrestleMania and he doesn't choose an opponent. He just comes out and he's just like, I'm just gonna sit here and read a book, and he can just sit and read his hunting magazine in the middle of the ring and collect his paycheck and just sit there and just flip through a magazine and get booed for 20 minutes or 10 minutes or however long you want to do it and print money. That's my booking for Brock Lesnar 2020.
So instead of Teddy Hart reading a book in the middle of the ring, like, Brock's gonna do it better. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, he's not gonna read it out loud to the crowd. It's not gonna be that.
Oh, okay.
He's just gonna bring his magazine to the ring, and he's just gonna be like, I'm slotted for a 10-minute match, and I get to choose my opponent. I choose no one. I'm gonna read this magazine. Y'all can go fuck yourselves. Like, why not? Just take it to the nth degree. Like, I feel like that's what Vince McMahon wants to do. Just pay this guy for nothing. It'll be great.
They trademarked his name. Like WWE have actually officially got the trademark for the name Brock Lesnar now.
You know what? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I would watch that. I would watch that. You want to bring me back into the fold? That's how you do it. I want to see how far you can flip us off. And then I'll start tuning back in again. Like, this is entertaining to me now. But no, I'm a big fan of Buddy Murphy getting a huge spot. That's my thing I want to say about WWE this week.
Best kept secret, no longer. Secret was out for many, many months. So yeah, I'm glad they're doing
it's been out for a couple of years at this point.
Yeah,
so
much.
let's talk about some stuff that we've actually watched.
Yes.
Asaka Ben, you were at MCW this week, right?
MCW Vendetta. So
Vendetta. Yeah. Let us know how it went, man.
Well, started off like I'd said on the last episode, I said Adam Brooks and Slex are not like advertised for this show at all. But it started off, Brooksy was out and addressed the crowd. And then I found it notable that in his promo, he was, I think he was having a bit of a go at Slex, and he's saying, like, I haven't signed any fancy contract. And it's like, what was that promo like 4 or 5 months ago where you said that somebody finally did get you to sign on the dotted line? And then you're like, he's going. You know?
But he had to finish. He had unfinished business first, so I don't think he's signed on the dotted line.
I thought he said he did.
I think he said that someone finally showed up with a contract.
Oh, okay.
But I said I have things to do in MCW first.
Yeah, all right, okay. So I've been under the impression all this time that the implication was that he had signed with somebody, and just waiting for that time to start. Anyway. Sorry, Mysterious?
He's had offers, like quite a few, yeah.
Okay. So Slex came out and he goes, I want my rematch. It's like, oh, here we go. And they just put an absolutely fucking awesome match to start the show. It's like, let's do this match right now. And when that match finished, it's like, fucking hell, that was awesome. I could go home happy right now after the first match.
That's it. Show's over.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
And then... So there was Leo Pratt. So is he from WA or Adelaide? I hadn't heard of this guy before. He must have been.
He's from Darwin.
Oh, wait, hang on. So Brooksy retained though?
Oh yeah, Brooksy retained.
Yeah.
Like
right. I was following just for the people playing at home. Yeah. I was following along with the Twitter. I was watching PWA that night, not in person, but like on OVO Play. But I was following along with the Twitter, and I was like, "Oh, Slex and Adam Brooks, Ben will be happy." Yeah. So it was good.
There was 2 near falls where I bought that Slex was winning, because he said in his promo at the start that he wants to go take the belt to like show up on Ring of Honor TV holding the MCW.
All right, Will Ospreay,
all that stuff. Yes.
All right, Ospreay. Isn't that what Ospreay said? I want to go down to I want to walk down the ramp at the Tokyo Dome holding the MCW title. Like,
did he say that? Right, okay.
I'm sure he said that. Yeah.
So Jet Ruka versus Leo Pratt. We had Richie Taylor and Mike Burr against the Philippe brothers. Danny Psycho versus Royce Chambers. So I think it's the second time I've seen Royce Chambers. Like this was a pretty impressive match. This one, just Danny Psycho.
Royce Chambers is the fucking man, dude. Like, he's so good.
Psycho's like just so huge, muscular build, but he can still it's so impressive the stuff that he does still. Mm-hmm. And the women's number 1 contenders match, I haven't got the results down here. I just I can't remember.
Avery beat Kellyanne.
Yeah, Avery beat Kellyanne. Mm-hmm. And then had the Hartley Jackson in a no DQ match against Caveman Ugg. Like, Caveman Ugg, I think he's just so clever with that gimmick. Like, just what it demands for that role. Like the interaction with the crowd is just so simple. Like, all this sort of stuff. And just like, the lack of cardio, I guess you've got to do to look like he just looks the part. Like, Caveman, it's so awesome. I think I've only seen him like 3 times, but were one of you guys saying that he's moved to Melbourne now?
Allegedly, yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, so might see a bit more of him on MCW. And then the show closed out with Will Ospreay defeating Dowie James in just like an absolutely awesome match. Like, absolutely love this. This was just great. Like, Will Ospreay is off to excellent year already. Like the January 4th match against Hiromu, and now this one. And
I cannot wait to see this match, man. I cannot wait. I think, has it been uploaded to MCW Encore yet? I don't think it has. I haven't got the notification on my Vimeo app.
I'm not. I don't know. I'm not subscribed to that because I just go to the show. So,
well, I get a notification when it pops up, like MCW have uploaded a new video, and I haven't gotten a notification yet.
Must be soon because I feel like it's like
I'm
less than
hoping
7
this
days.
weekend because I've got a bit of time this weekend where I'm like I can fit in a show or two. I hope it comes out.
Yeah.
If you're listening, MCW, I want to watch this show because I want to watch that fucking match because Dowie James and Will Ospreay, like, how can you not want to watch that match?
We had Lockie Hendricks came out at one stage during the show. He came down from the upstairs.
Brothers and
Yes,
sisters.
that's what I was thinking. I'm like, how do you top Adam Brooks and Slex opening the show? Well, you top it with at some point Lockie Hendricks coming back to MCW.
So he's just doing his like savior gimmick, I suppose. Like this sort of like a cult leader guru type of thing.
Positive thinking. Cult leader, no.
Is he the guru, or has he found a guru?
Oh, I guess
is there another person?
The cat's the guru, isn't it?
On his Instagram or his socials, he said his spiritual guru was his cat, who's named Trunks of Dragon Ball Z.
Right. So he's discovered hard drugs.
Well, he's
right. Like he ate the wrong mushrooms. He's tried to go on one of these weird wacky diets where mushrooms help you get even fitter, right? And he's eaten the wrong mushrooms, and now he thinks his cat is God.
He's releasing some of his self-help advice, I think, soon. Like he's talking about a few things like that. He's got something going on.
I'm digging it, man. I'm digging it. I love Lockie Hendricks. I loved the Loverboy stuff, and I love this already. I'm so fucking on board for this. Everyone go listen to, in my opinion, the best interview. And, like, I think I'm the best interviewer in Australian wrestling media. I'm just putting that out there. I like my interviews. I think I give good interview.
You do,
but
you do.
I thank you. I think I give good interview, but I do not give best interview because the best Aussie wrestling interview I've ever heard, in my opinion, for what it's worth, was Loverboy Lockie Hendricks sitting down out of character and doing a shoot interview with On the Turnbuckle. I mean, holy shit. Like, it's so worth a listen. Just go listen. And this guy gets wrestling, man. Like, I fucking love Loverboy Lockie Hendricks, and people need to, like, follow him, find him on social media, check out his stuff because he's insane. Like, he's so dedicated to the craft of the character and the story, and that's what gets me. And I love Loverboy Lockie Hendricks. I can't wait to see where this goes because he has it mapped out in his head for like a year or two story.
At least.
So I can't wait to see how it goes.
Another just a random highlight from the show was after, like, during the cleanup of Hartley Jackson and Caveman Og, was it finished with a table break, and then the ring crew get in with a broom to sweep up. Like, there was just so much debris. Like, this table just exploded in such a way that normally you just like snap in two, but it's just like so much shit everywhere. And the guy's trying to sweep it out, but there was still like bits all over the place. Like Andy Coyne gets back in the ring announcer, and he's like trying to go on to the next bit. And the crowd just like erupt into a one more sweep. And he's like, no, we're not having this. And then the crowd just start fucking booing him. I don't know if I guess this would make the tape thing, wouldn't it? And then he's like, fine. Like, and he waves like Tom, who's the guy with the broom. He grabs the broom out and lifts it up, and the crowd's like, yes! And he gets in, and then the crowd's slowly doing the, and then he does the sweep. Fuck, it was funny. It's just one of those
Wrestling
like,
is
live
ridiculous.
experiences. And then after the main event, Will Ospreay, like, he cut this big promo, and he said, "Oh, I'm not sure if he had said, at the next show, but he said we're going to get Bullet Club versus Chaos." So, like, yeah. And then he got Tom to sweep him out of the ring with the broom as well. So just a fun night at the wrestling.
Can we talk about Crackerjack too? Just quickly?
Yes. I passed on that video. I didn't know if you guys had seen that already.
I hadn't seen it, no.
I want that 3.5 minutes of my life back. Like, what the fuck was that? They're just playing with blood. Just like, what? What?
It's like he's having like a blood transfusion done or something. Like they're taking blood samples, and then they just start squirting it everywhere.
Enough for a bucket, but then they don't. They just fill the bucket.
Yeah, just
why did you need to have that? Why did you need to have that intermediate step of putting them in the vials if you were just going to pour all the vials into the bucket? Just put the drip. The court straight into the. There was just so much wrong with it.
And then just shooting blood all
the
over
way he
the
was
place.
looking at the nurse before she started.
with that
and
music
stuff,
as
and the way
well. Yeah.
oh man, what? Just Crackerjack returns though in 2020, which is amazing.
Wonderful news.
Hallelujah. Crackerjack is one of the most entertaining men in wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Full stop. He single-handedly carried the 1-fall shows. I shouldn't say that because there was a lot of really good talent on those shows. But he made the 1-fall shows tolerable, right?
Did he wrestle on
whole
those?
thing happened. No, he commentated.
Oh, okay.
And his commentary, it was brilliant. He said everything we were thinking.
I need to watch those things. Was is there a way to watch them? Because I know they were like on like public access or something, weren't they?
I don't know, man. I don't know if they ever actually made it to TV. They were streamed live.
Oh, okay.
On the what was there was like a streaming service that people used for a while. Wrestle Rampage used it as well, and I've completely forgotten the name of it. The only thing I can think of right now is Overplay, and it wasn't Overplay. It was some other thing that let people like do live streams, and it was great. It was like $10 to buy it. I'm gonna just quickly go to YouTube and see if it's on YouTube anywhere. So this is going to be thrilling podcast audio for people. As I type,
they've randomly turned back up on Facebook, just sharing other Australian wrestling stuff now. Whereas I'd forgotten that even existed.
They were always a like a news kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
But then they actually did their Studio Superstars. They tried to become a wrestling company.
They did like five shows, or 5 episodes in just 2 days or something, did they? Or I can't remember.
I think it was over 2 weeks. Yeah.
Because they were on Wednesdays. It's like, this is a random time to put.
But it was great. Like, you get home from work, you kick back and watch some live Aussie wrestling. It was great. It didn't pan out for them, unfortunately. Apparently not anyone can run a wrestling show. But, like, they gave a good go of it.
Mm-hmm.
And they brought us live streaming, right? Which leads us to me being able to watch PWA Black Label on a Saturday night, you know, whilst doing my Uber Eats thing, just having the laptop sitting next to me playing PWA Black Label. Because it was a quiet night on Saturday. And so I was mostly sitting in the parking lot watching wrestling and eating food. So it was good. Thank you, OneFall, for bringing... No, of course not the customer's food. You know, we're allowed to do that, though.
Really?
Well, you got to make sure it's not tainted. So.
No, like if you have to, like, you go to their place, and then if no one answers, you text, and if no one answers the text, you call. If no one answers the call, you start a timer. And then if they don't come get their food within 5 minutes of you starting the timer, then you have to dispose of the food safely.
How many times has this happened for you?
It's called the Mystery Lunch Special, and I've had it happen once, but it didn't happen like that. What happened was, it was on New Year's Day, and it was some drunk motherfucker forgot where he was and put the wrong address in, right? And so he was like, oh shit, I've ordered this to the wrong address from the wrong McDonald's. I need to cancel and go to the other McDonald's. And so they called me, like, just as I'd pulled up at this house, and they called me, and they're like, hi, we're calling about this order. And they're like, he's cancelled it, just dispose of the food safely. And I was like, I will do that. And we ate lunch for free that day. It was great.
Oh, the perks of the job.
Yeah, absolutely. But I was watching PWA Black Label was my point. And so there's bits and pieces where I was out on jobs and I didn't see, full intricacies of certain matches. But there's a few huge things that I want to talk about here.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, Big Fudge,
yes,
and Sam Osborne had a match this week at Sword Fight.
Uh-huh.
Both of them have never won a match in PWA. So no matter what, like on Black Label, right? No matter what, someone's losing streak was ending.
Yes.
Here. And of course you think it's Sam Osborne, right? Because the whole gimmick with Big Fudge is he never wins. He won! Big Fudge won a match! 2020 is the year of the fudge.
I loved on the PWA socials, like, it showed Sam Osborne going back into the locker room and just Matty Wahlberg, the babes are just laughing their ass off at him.
Yeah.
God.
I'm still in shock. And, like, you know, there's people in the crowd doing the Undertaker face, you know, right? Like when he lost the streak. Like, what the hell's going on? Big Fudge won a match. It was amazing. obviously Sam Osborne's being courted by MMA.
Mm.
That being the oh fuck, I know it's MMA, but I forget his name now. The management agency.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Ah.
Is the announcer guy, the commentary guy from OT?
I've lost it. Sorry.
Fuck. OTT over in
Is
they
that that
Ireland?
Mav
They're
guy?
Scotland.
Is that Mav Gillis?
Something
Mav
with
Gillis
an
or something?
M.
Is that him?
Man, it's something with an M, and it's killing me that I don't know it. But yeah, he's got his management agency. I feel real bad that I've forgotten his name, but there it is. He's got the management agency, and he wants to turn all of Sam Osborne's can'ts into cans, and he's carrying around actual cans, which is hilarious. I find it hilarious, and this MMA thing's amazing. And so Sam Osborne is going to have to sign on with MMA in order to start picking up wins, right? Like that's where it's going. Yeah, I'm keen for it. But Big Fudge is a winner now. I don't know what to make of this information. Like, all I can say is Big Fudge for Coliseum.
Or
it has to, like, come on. If Big Fudge had never won, right? And we go into 2020 and he has like a bit of a winning streak.
if he has a streak,
For the first couple of months, he starts winning more matches. He's getting confident. Put Big Fudge in Coliseum. Have Big Fudge go to the final, man. You know? Oh man, I think there's so much potential in this Big Fudge story because Big Fudge is actually a really good wrestler.
He is.
Like
He's a better personality. That's all.
But he's incredible. He's incredible at what he does, and he makes people feel things. And I'm so in on Big Fudge, and I'm really keen to see where this plays out because I can't see it going anywhere but Big Fudge Coliseum. I think that's where it has to go in my mind. I want Big Fudge in Coliseum. If I don't get Big Fudge in Coliseum, I will still go to Coliseum because I love PWA. But please have Big Fudge in Coliseum, please. Ricky South is getting his own show.
For the boys.
Yeah, Rick South for the boys as part of Mardi Gras month, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Perfect timing.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it's looking like it could potentially be a sellout. Like tickets are going really fast already.
Front row's already sold out. I saw before we sat down. And they've got a couple of big matches announced so far, like a big steel cage match.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we'll get to that. That's like the headline. Yeah. That's my headline story here for PWA Sword Fight, man. So don't steal my thunder. MK plus Ultra stole the tag titles.
Yep.
They won the match by count out, but you can't win the titles by count out, and they just sort of picked them up and walked off.
Yeah.
Which is you know, that's what you do when you're a dick heel, right? Mm-hmm. Michael Spencer is like the prince of all dicks in PWA. So I'm keen for this. I just love the way PWA tell their stories, man. I'm keen. The Prefects having some issues. Like the Prefects lost to AJ and Reese Angel, who are a new team. And like I was actually driving through part of this match, so I didn't quite get the story here, but I get the idea that like Reese Angel is obsessed with AJ. I'm not sure what's going on there. But then you've got the Prefects, and are they still the Prefects? One of them's a Prefect, but you know, Jimmy Townsend, he's still a Prefect because he has to repeat, but Billy Preston is the graduate. Billy Preston, right? Because he graduated now. And so that's interesting to see what's going to happen there. Is there going to be some kind of split? Is he going to be known as the graduate moving forward? He came out with like the cap and gown and stuff. And it's like, yes, this is amazing. I don't know. I'm keen to see where it goes. Black Shirt Cool Group had one of the best matches of the night, in my opinion, against Edith Knight and Gavin McGavin. Edith Knight can go, man. How long's she been going for?
Only just debuted last year.
Holy crap. She's got some talent, man. I like, you need some polish or whatever, but like I enjoyed that match a lot. And it's hard not to have a good match when you're in there. I mean, Gavin McGavin's he's one of my favorite wrestlers in the country. So, but yeah, we also had the Nations ultimately defeating the Babes. Mm-hmm. But even though that sword fight story is kind of the name of the show, it wasn't the headline coming out because Jessica Troy beat Steph DeLander by disqualification in their PWA title match. And Steph DeLander was just basically like, we're having a cage match. We're having a cage match next month. You, me, steel cage. Jessica Troy was like, shit, yeah, let's do it. So they're having a fucking cage match. Someone fly me to Sydney, please. I want.
Mardi Gras weekend. My money's on Steph.
No, really?
Just with MCW title, PWA, like PWWA title, I can see it. It's the year of the powerhouse. I don't know. Like, I love Jessica Troy.
I'm such a Jessica Troy mark, though.
Yeah,
I'm such a Jessica Troy mark. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this.
I can see, like, just because Steph is just such that, like, got all that raw power, and just in a steel cage match, you just want to see on Mardi Gras. She's just gonna fling Jessica Troy all around the ring, all over the cage. Just I can see it happening personally. But
look, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen inside a cage. I can see, but you can still tap out to an armbar in a cage. Anyway, that was the big headline coming out to me.
Mhm.
Just fucking incredible, and also how Mick Moretti still manages to get more and more ripped every month, and just more and more talented all the time. He's the best wrestler in Australia. I'm putting it out there. Like, if anyone votes for anyone else in the poll, they're wrong. End of story. Just putting that out there.
Just mute point. Yep.
Yeah, but he's for sure, for me, as far as I'm concerned, undisputed best wrestler in the country right now. Asaka Ben.
Yes.
Did you watch PWA this week?
No.
Fake fan Ben. That's your new name.
I don't have OVO or whatever it's called.
OVO. It's
OVO?
one word. OVO.
Mhm.
So I thought it was
You're
three
like one of
letters. Is that really? Is it an acronym? What is it?
No, it's OVO. It's
Isn't
OVO.
isn't that a biscuit with coconut on it or something?
That's an Oreo? No, that's not an Oreo.
Volvo.
Iced Vovo. Oh, dude, iced Vovos are fucking delicious, man. Now I'm hungry. Shit.
Can't be
It's
eating
getting
them
late.
going to the gym. Jeez.
Oh, man. Okay, anyway, that's why I'm sore. Too many iced Vovos. No, we're going to call you fake fan, Ben, now, because you got to watch PWA. I'm putting this on you. At some point, you're going to have to watch a PWA show this year. You have to.
If my girlfriend and I tap out of watching Dynamite every week, then maybe I can say we can switch over to. Well, that's only once a month. No, what does that Vovo thing? Does that get your green label as well, or is it just the?
Yeah, it gets you PWA, Black Label, Green Label. Their Academy shows. It also gets you Newcastle Pro Wrestling as well, which is another really great show to watch. But you mentioned Dynamite there.
Mhm.
How close are you to tapping out of Dynamite? Because their Bash at the Beach episode.
Yeah, this was good. I literally finished it 2 minutes before we
Yeah.
jumped on to record.
Hey, me too.
Yeah.
I kind of was double watching a couple of things, but
Yeah, it was a good episode. Definitely way better than that crap they put out last week.
so much better than
So much
last
better.
week. So much better than last week. That fucking tag match, though. But I will say this, though. Like, they're just going with Paige and Omega ultimately to have them feud, right?
I'd say so.
And that's kind of a WWE move. Putting together a tag team, making them a top contender for a title that they shouldn't be because they're not a real tag team, and then they feud and break up and fight. Like, it's kind of, you want to say you're an alternative.
They've been building
Don't
up to
give me
this for
this
about
shit.
3 weeks, though, haven't they? So it's not like they it's like WWE would have been like put them in this like tonight's episode, and then you've got the title match, and then you'd turn. At least they've slowly done it.
Yeah, they have done it slower, and it has been more built up, and there is more reason to it because Hangman Page. They both had a bit of a losing streak, right? Page and
Yeah.
Omega
Mhm.
both had a bit of a losing streak, and Page is sort of on the outs with the Elite. He's like not feeling like he's one of them, and so I get it. Like but it still just feels like don't say you're an alternative. Just say we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it better. Because more and more as I watch it, I'm like, it doesn't feel like an alternative to WWE so much as it feels like a different take on the same WWE thing. Because they're still doing the variety show. They still have, Orange Cassidy showing up to do the funny bits. Who, by the way, Orange Cassidy's fucking over as hell.
Oh yeah,
Always.
Yeah.
Like the most over guy in the building almost. But I don't know. It just feels like it's an alternative by default. But it doesn't feel as different as I thought it would. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah.
Have you heard the? I think it was PW Insider or a couple. Like, they were actually reporting how Tony Khan, he actually like meticulously goes through like old WCW, like the the boom periods from there, and he tries to craft the stories for AEW kind of like that.
Right.
So he's a big
Yeah.
WCW guy.
So
Yeah.
Wait until they're going to hire Eric Bischoff next, though, are they?
I liked WCW by default as a kid because it was the one that we got to watch easier.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I actually liked it. I've got to go back and watch some on the network, but that would require paying money to WWE, which I'm not really willing to do at this point. But anyway, the match was incredible, though.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to talk match by match for AEW, but I do just want to say that this week's was way better, and that was something that stood out to me, though, was that specific storyline.
Can we just talk about, like, Brandy had her first match in AEW. I don't know if she did on the pay-per-views back before they actually Dynamite kicked off. I can't remember back that far. I was a little bit checked out. I was on the phone to my girlfriend while this match was going on. How did she go? And that Mel, I didn't fully realize that she actually was a wrestler, but
Trading.
Yeah, just
trading,
Mel. Just Mel.
was that match all right? Or the crowd seemed pretty dead from what I could tell?
It was okay.
Right, yeah.
It was okay. Statlander was the star.
Yeah.
It was meant to be
Yeah.
Kong in there, but she got injured, so that's why Brandy got replaced her.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
And you got the Japanese deathmatch legend out there too.
Yeah, Luther.
Yeah. But no, I don't know. Overall, any other major things stand out for you guys from the show this week?
The look of
Other
it,
than the fact that it
the
was
set, everything
On
was
the whole, it was. Oh
it
yeah,
just
dude,
looked
so
cool.
good.
Yeah.
So good. That's something I fucking love about AEW, and I hope WWE are taking notes. Like, just having the show look different sometimes is so good.
Is next week's episode on a boat? What's going on there? We've got the Raging Cruiser or something.
I think we're going to get some Dynamite tapings or some matches taped from Chris Jericho's Rock and Roll Rager, I think it's called, yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. They kept talking about it, but I wasn't sure. It's like, is this going to be like some like real crazy WCW, like hog wild, actual wrestling on a beach? Like, what are we going to get? Get it on a boat.
It would be incredible.
Walk the plank match.
Ric Flair's
Why not do a live episode from the cruise? Like, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Technologically, you could do it, surely.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd be able to.
Sammy Guevara can just like live stream it from his phone. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Let's do. Are you guys on the Darby Allin train yet, by the way?
Yeah, I enjoy him.
I never lost it. I never got off.
Okay, well, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if you guys were on the Darby Allin train, because I've been a Darby Allin fan. You know, he says his stuff in fucking Evolve. Like, I'm a big fan of Darby Allin, and I think he's amazing. And I haven't really heard your guys' takes on Darby Allin.
It's my girlfriend's favorite wrestler, so even if I didn't like him, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah. Well, I'd be worried about that, man. He's an attractive dude.
Oh.
He's an attractive and attainable dude.
He's
He's attainable. You're not saying much for him, are you?
No, like he doesn't seem like, you know, I don't know how to explain what I just said without making it sound like an insult, but it's not. It's not an insult at all.
Yeah.
Right? I'm just saying, Darby Allin. I'd do him. Yeah. I chose the wrong word.
Yes,
Clearly,
you chose poorly.
I chose poorly. I'm not gonna live that down. I haven't gotten around to watching NXT yet, so there's not really. I don't know what there is to talk about there. Does anyone know what happened on NXT?
We mentioned the Battle Royal.
Right, Mercedes Martinez. Yeah.
Undisputed Era. Like they attack Keith Lee. Like I'm pretty sure he might be in line to maybe go after Cole next for the title. At the moment, they're trying to focus on World Collide, I think it is, the NXT UK Clash show, because it's Imperium versus Undisputed Era. So they're
right. NXT UK had a takeover this week.
They did, yeah.
By the way. So I got to get to that this weekend, maybe, because I love the NXT UK takeovers, to be fair. I don't like watching the weekly show. It just drags to me, but they've got a lot of talent, and the takeovers are good shows.
Yeah, because we have the Dusty Classic tag tournament going still. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, Ben, does that make you want to watch NXT? The Time Splitters are in the Dusty Classic.
I don't think I saw Alex Shelley from when, in my days of watching New Japan. I think that was a bit before I started watching. So,
okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah, 'cause Alex Shelley
Kushida,
has-
I
he's turned
forgot Kushida even existed. He completely dropped off the map from the circles that I hang around in when it comes to New Japan talk. It's like, oh yeah, he used to be. In
he's
New
retired.
Japan. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
he's
in
retired. He's moved to the retirement village in Florida.
the Lion King meme. He's over there. We don't talk about that place.
Shadowy
Graveyard.
Never go to the top. Yeah, nice. But no, I'm keen to see Alex Shelley in NXT.
Yeah, we had Swerve. He's the new #1 contender for the NXT Cruiserweight title. Bianca Belair won at that Battle Royal, so she's the #1 contender for the women's title.
Nice.
Yeah.
Belair versus Rhea is a good match.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now it's all spoiled for me. I don't know if I'm going to want to watch it. No, I still want to watch it. I want to see I want to see the time splitters.
Mhm.
I want to see the time splitters in NXT. I'm keen for that. But no, I wanted to talk about AEW as well getting renewed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes,
Did you guys see this today? Yeah,
I'm not keen on watching 2 episodes of anything a week.
Oh, we
I'm a
don't
bit
know
worried
what
about that.
it is.
Yeah.
We don't know what it is.
So Dynamite, we don't know yet, but Dynamite has been extended through 2023,
Mhm.
and there's an option for them to go to 2024 for much bigger money. And this makes AEW profitable
Mhm.
in their first year of business, which is huge.
Yep.
Like most businesses don't make a profit in the first year.
It's not
So-
even a whole year yet.
Yeah. No, but I think it said it makes them profitable in 2020.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah. So that's pretty crazy. It's a pretty huge milestone. And even Tony Khan, like in the press release or whatever, sounds like he didn't even expect it to happen this quickly for them to renew it. But they've also got a second show potentially coming for an hour, something taped on Wednesdays.
Mhm.
Now the question is, will it be more wrestling? Will it be kind of like dark? Will it be like a studio show? We don't know what it's going to be. So, but if it is another hour of wrestling,
Mm.
there's so much wrestling, dude.
I feel like it would be like how the Bucks like having takeout or with like their interview show that they have. at the
Well,
moment,
you know
kinda
what?
like that.
You know what they could do? Like, why not just put, like, remember the Road 2 shows?
Mhm.
The Road 2 shows were brilliant, and they actually told stories. In my opinion, the Road 2 shows for like All Out and Double or Nothing and these shows, before they had TV, their Road 2 shows told the stories almost better than they're telling them now.
Yeah, that's fair.
In a lot of ways. In a lot of ways, the stories were easier to follow, better built up, and like the way it drip fed information. So I was a big fan of that. I would like to see a show in that kind of format.
More Cody promos, just like completely black background, just
Yeah,
doing the emotion. Like, love it.
and maybe break it up. Maybe break it up with those, like you said, like the out of kayfabe interviews, like in the hotel rooms, or even including Being the Elite. What happened this week on Being the Elite, and cut to Being the Elite. Like have it be a studio show where you get some of the Road 2 elements, and also what happened this week on Being the Elite, what happened this week on Dark. Like, let it be that kind of show, and I feel like I could watch that. You know, like instead of having to watch all these other things, if it's just in one nice tight little hour, I think that's a good way to go.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, the fact that it's made them profitable in the first year and they're not going anywhere, like, it's great because I love the fact that, you know, you get the teams, and so, you know, all the AEW people are celebrating today, like, oh, WWE fanboys, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, can't you, like, stop fucking fighting each other? Like, it's wrestling, you know? Anyway.
Well, I've got no interest in watching any. There's not enough days in the week for me for that. So.
Yeah, no, that's. I mean,
But,
more wrestling
it's good for
content.
them.
There's so much wrestling content already. There's so much wrestling content. Like Ring of Honor, I have not watched in months now.
Mhm.
Like since not long after Madison Square Garden. Like I just can't bring myself to watch it. But I might have to now because old mate Marty, All My Friends Are Dead Skrull, he's shocked the wrestling world and signed a new contract with Ring of Honor, and he's got the book.
He's there.
And then the
How the
same
fuck
day,
did this happen?
Jay White
Has he-
gets announced for Supercard of Honor, and then we've got El Phantasmo and like the New Japan relationship looks like it's back on.
It's being
Has
repaired.
Marty Skrull ever booked a show in his life?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
No.
Like, where did this come from?
It's like this is the biggest contract they've ever offered anybody ever, and
He's on WWE money, apparently.
main event money, yeah.
No, main roster.
Main roster,
is what I
main
saw.
roster money.
Yeah, main roster money. So not like when people say WWE money, like there's in NXT they get like I think it's like 30 or 40K.
Yeah.
Right. Which I mean that's American K, right? So that's still a lot of money in my opinion. Like that's pretty good, considering they're getting paid to work out and wrestle. Like that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But anyway, the main roster money like is far above that again. And so he's on main roster money, and he's a booker.
Mm-hmm.
I did anyone see this coming? Did anyone predict this?
I knew they wanted to keep him.
Everybody predicted him going to AEW, I thought.
Yeah, I knew they wanted to keep him to stop him from going elsewhere, but they've kind of found the right way to keep him around by just offering him the world.
I mean, look, Ring of Honor Creative was trash in 2019. Just trash.
worst year,
just
yeah.
abysmal. Just real awful shit. And so it can't be worse.
Can he fire Bully Ray, you reckon?
Oh, God. God, I hope. Does he have that power?
And his
Can
wife?
he do that? God, I don't know, man. All I know is it can't be worse, surely. With Party Marty at the head of the booking table, it can't be worse. And if it is, maybe it'll be comical,
Might do, and like the interesting thing as well with the contract, he can still work with NWA Power because he's doing stuff over there at the moment. That relationship with the NWA is starting to come together again. He can work for New Japan if he's allowed to, or even AEW. That could get patched up, kind of.
Yeah. Fun fact, NWA Power is the easiest wrestling hour to watch on television.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
It's taken the place of MLW for me. It's just that easy hour of just watching wrestling. And I love that they're bringing back the wrestler who looks like his main workout is getting in fights at bars.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
love
you
that.
Is that what you're doing instead of actually going to the gym? Is this why you're so sore? Because you're just going to bars and fighting people for your workouts?
That's how
winning?
you work out, right?
Yeah.
That's how you work out in the NWA way. That's
Manly men.
yeah. That's how Trevor Murdoch works out. That's how Zicky Dice rolls. See what I did there?
Nice.
With the roll.
Pun.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, yeah. You don't have. If you have to point out the joke, then it wasn't funny.
Mate, no one laughed. So
No, I got it. I had a smile on my face.
I don't know if it was an audio delay or if I'm just not funny. Okay, I had to try.
Blame Telstra.
Whatever. They're the best. The jokes are the best when you explain them anyway. What doesn't need any explanation is the return of the quiz.
Can we talk about Impact? Hard to kill.
Oh shit! Yeah. How did I forget Impact? Of course, it was the last thing we were going to talk about, but I just skipped straight to the quiz. Yeah,
I haven't
holy
watched
shit.
Impact for fucking years, like probably 5 years. But
It's all
this
better now.
this Tessa Blanchard's first Sammy Callahan thing was coming up. I didn't go back like when they had their first match. Don't know how many months ago that was. Like I was like, oh, I probably should have watched that. That seemed like it was like a big thing. And I got hyped for the by watching the promo video for this one, like a 10-minute video. It's like, yeah I'm going to watch this show. That match wasn't the best match on the card. It was still a good match. And obviously Tessa won, and that was right on the back of a lot of negative press for her with all sorts of allegations coming in.
Tessa the bully. Interestingly timed.
Yes.
I'm just going to say that, like,
big
so
pile
she tweeted about supporting women, and look, here's the thing: nobody hates women more than women.
It's like
right?
nobody hates wrestling more than wrestling fans.
Right?
Yeah.
Am I shocking the world by saying that though? That nobody hates women more than women? Like, is that?
I don't know.
Is that news to anyone?
No,
it's coming out of your mouth. It's fine if you want to say it, but I don't know if I agree.
No, look, I mean, and
Sammy Callahan hates women a lot, doesn't he?
No.
but look, here's the thing though. She tweeted about women needing to support other women, and I guess it was bad because she's engaged in some bullying behaviors, and then everyone starts speaking up about the behaviors that she has had, like, oh, were you supporting women when X, were you supporting women when Y, and like a whole bunch of people just came at her, and I'm like, okay, maybe she is a bitch, I don't know, maybe she is a bitch, but are you really empowering anyone, including yourself? Like, are you really sticking up for anyone by like going at her like this? Yes, it was in response to her probably poorly worded tweet. If you're a bitch to people, don't go tweeting about supporting people, you know? But I guess it's all subjective, right? Because, I mean, people say that I'm an asshole, but I think that I'm a purveyor of tough love, right? Like, no, like, genuinely, I don't ever think I'm an asshole to anyone. Like, I don't ever do anything that's not out of love, right? So but people think I'm an asshole sometimes because I'm very harsh in my words sometimes. So, like, I don't know. Maybe she's a bitch. Maybe she's not a bitch. At the end of the day, that's not the story to me. The story to me is the timing of this right before her big world title match, which ultimately she wins and becomes the first woman to ever hold a major world championship, right?
Yeah. So it did take away. I felt like it took away, and like the way the audience reacted, and I had accidentally seen that she'd won before watching the show, because you can't go on social media when you want to watch a wrestling show.
Yeah.
So the whole thing took away. It felt a little bit sour, but
that's the story to me.
In a few weeks, you're going to sort of forget about the story and just remember the victory and the
but that's the story to me, is that it makes it sour when it could have just been this beautiful, amazing moment, but it's not because of the stories. And yeah, you can say, okay, but the stories are true and she's a bitch. But did it help you? Did it help anyone to have that out there in the world right before this huge moment?
No.
Like, I got so like mad at the time. I'm just like, just fucking, just leave it alone. Like, who cares?
I looked into it a bit more because you have Alison Kay, the NWA Women's Champion. She's the one who kind of spoke on behalf of one of her friends. I can't remember the name of the wrestler, but that wrestler, they had patched things up now with Tessa, and really Alison Kay and a couple others were really the ones who were really pushing this through. And after Tessa won the title, she actually said, how does Tessa want to go down, as like Impact first world champion or another Moolah? It's just,
well, that's a huge call.
That's a huge call.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think she's could possibly done enough stuff to be called that.
No.
Like, see, that to me, that's petty. That's petty. That's petty. And like, look, here we are, 3 dudes commenting on it, and so people are going to hate that we're talking about it. So whatever, I don't give a shit. I just think the timing is a little bit convenient, considering women hate women, and there's all the politics and backstage locker room, and you got this job and I didn't get that job, and blah, 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 and all that sort of stuff that happens in wrestling. With the men too, by the way. The men in wrestling are bitches too, putting it out there. So like, just the way...
It's an ego-driven business. You have an ego. You have to have an ego about yourself, don't you, to get far. Now let me ask you guys this. So Impact first ever woman as the world champion, and did anybody care?
I cared because I've been following the story, because it's been happening for like 8
generally did it make
cared.
any headlines anywhere?
I don't think it made any mainstream news.
No.
Like the news story about Impact getting kicked off Twitch TV or getting banned off it or whatever, that probably made more news.
That made more headlines.
What did they get banned for? I didn't see this. But here's the thing. Like, I was expecting it to be such a big moment. I'm like, Tessa's going to be invited on The View. Like, it's going to be fucking huge. And nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe when she goes to make her first defense. Maybe that'll be the big story. Like, I don't know. You'd think the winning would be the big story. But, like, it was big to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have Taya Valkyrie, like she wants to challenge Tessa. Like, maybe like a unifying perhaps of the belts, or...
Yeah, so do Impact have a bad PR department? Probably. I think that's the story. I think they have a bad PR department and they didn't have anyone to run the story for them. Or maybe they're just holding it off, and they're like, once we have the two women fighting over the men's world championship, or just the world championship that was formerly held by only men, when we have two women, that's when we push it in the press.
What are all the other women in TNA in Impact meant to do if they don't have a championship to go for? Do they have to? What if they don't want to wrestle against the men?
Yeah, well, they have said this on their media calls and stuff, that there are some people in the company, men who don't want to wrestle women, women who don't want to wrestle men, and they're not going to make them. Like, it's fine. You don't have to do that.
Yeah,
so I imagine the Knockouts title will stick around. I don't think they'll unify.
No.
But I can see Taya challenging for the world title.
Yeah.
And you can have two women going for the world title for the first time ever, right? But just don't say for the first time ever a million times.
Yeah.
Which I guess they're not at risk of because they don't have Michael Cole. But just don't do that.
And as for the rest of the show, like, I haven't seen Rob Van Dam for a long time, so like his character that he's playing is like, this is the most work he's put into a character ever. I think like he's finally developed into this. I don't know. Is he like a bit of a fading rock star who's just like, he's so over the top cocky, and then he's got his girlfriend and his girlfriend's girlfriend, and he's too busy making out to bloody concentrate on wrestling. And
that's why they got banned on Twitch, because of his segment.
Yeah. He absolutely destroyed Brian Cage on this.
So, wait, hang on.
Yep.
This is important to me. Okay. Now, do I think that Rob Van Dam's depiction of polyamory is is it wholesome? Is it the best depiction of polyamory? Not necessarily, but it is still a depiction of polyamory. And look, it's a real thing. There are people that have that. That's actually his life at the moment.
Yeah.
Just saying, like that's taken from the real world into, and they've over sexualized it because polyamory is not just about the sex. But Twitch are anti polyamory. Is that what I'm hearing from this?
Or they like Twitch banned.
Or was it because of the nudity?
The nudity. It feels like because of the nudity, because like they tried to be.
But
crafty.
you didn't see anything.
No, they tried to. They pixelated stuff and like just they thought they were clever.
It was side boob.
I don't know.
There was side boob and there was pixelated boob, and like I've seen Twitch streams where they're playing like really ridiculous, Japanese games with
dating
simulators. The dating simulators, or even fucking Dead or Alive beach volleyball. Right? If you stream that, are you going to get banned? Come on. Dead or Alive, the beach volleyball Dead or Alive game, right, has just as much nudity as that clip did. Any Twitch streamers out there, try streaming Dead or Alive and see what happens.
Are they actually banned, or is it just like the episode taken down? Will they be back? What's the deal?
Oh, they'll be back. It's that they haven't said how long the ban's for, but it's just the fact that that's the most out there they've gone with those kind of promos that RVD has done. So well, look, I'm taken from this. Here's this is my moment to be outraged. Twitch is anti-polyamory, and Twitch is owned by Amazon. Therefore, Amazon is anti-polyamory. Jeff Bezos is an evil overlord, and I refuse to do anything with Amazon now. Just like I refuse to do anything with WWE. Not really, because Amazon have really good shipping deals if you're a Prime member. So
we're about to get an advert, are we?
Just putting that out there. Just putting
quickly
that out there.
Before you get onto the quiz. So Brian Cage got destroyed, and then half an hour later, everyone's reporting Brian Cage signs with AEW, and then a couple of hours later, it's like, no, he's not.
No.
Like, what is going on? He's not going to AEW?
Internet.
That's the internet.
They fucking got carried away super quick with that.
But probably not.
His wife debunked the rumor, like, because everyone's saying it was confirmed, and Melissa Santos just went like, no, he's not signed. So
maybe he just didn't tell her. But overall, watching Impact for the first time in years, it was a good show. I wouldn't say it was worth the $31. It certainly would have been worth $15.50. Mysterious. But
I'm sorry,
never mind that.
I had something come up.
Kidding. I've been holding on to that. What do you?
I'm glad you guys upheld the law.
Yes.
Yes, that was why we did it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into this quiz, Ben Tokyo, because it's getting late.
Okay. My phone's on 14% battery.
Ben.
What's that? Osaka Ben, yeah.
Osaka Ben, yeah, not Ben Tokyo. My bad.
So mainly, I guess we're focused. The theme is a bit about Impact and Hard to Kill, and it was in Dallas. But the buzz in is, I want you to buzz in with a New Year's resolution that you wish you could do. All right.
That I wish I could do.
Well, like
Yes.
wishes in like we can't achieve it, or
Oh, one that you'd like. Okay, one that you should do. One that
one
you
I
know you should do.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Question 1. The Impact pay-per-view Hard to Kill was in Dallas, but in the TV show Dallas, which actor played J.R. Ewing?
Oh,
The fuck?
Hey, this is not easy to make a quiz, mate.
like whole name or like I feel like I've got a
I
first
don't know
name.
anyone from the show Dallas. Was I even alive?
It was the same actor that was in Bewitched.
I know
Before he
who
got-
shot JR, right? Like,
Okay.
I know that like that's the whole episode, right? It was the whole who
Yeah.
shot JR.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I have
If you
no idea.
if you can get part of his name, if you can get close.
Okay.
then I'll-
Bzz, like, do I need a buzzer? My resolution is I should read more books
okay,
because
good
I've got
answer.
a big library that I just it's collecting dust. I'm feeling like Larry's the name.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
Larry.
I can't get the last name for life of me, but
Larry Hagman.
okay.
Good job.
Nice.
Look at you.
God,
Look at the big brain on
Never
Mysterious.
heard of him.
like when you said
Oh, yes, you
Bewitched, I'm
have.
just like Larry. Yeah.
Okay. Back in the 90s, we had the action movie Hard to Kill. Which action star was the lead actor?
Oh,
No idea.
I know the
I'm not
actor.
a
I'm
big
just getting the
action movie
buzzword
guy.
now.
All right, let's just go. Bzz. I don't do like I don't know your intentions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like intentions are kind of different to resolutions, but like so I am healthy, strong, and vital would be like one of my New Year's intentions, right? Because you meant to like put it into the universe as it's already a thing that's happened.
Okay,
Like I
yeah,
am
yeah, yeah.
this. You know, it's just a way of wording it to
It's not a very
neurolinguistic
fun answer,
programming.
though, is it?
Well,
I hope Corey's
want-
happy about this quiz, by the way.
what the hell do you mean, you fun answer? What's a fun answer? It's a buzzer. The answer is fucking, what's his name? Bruce Willis.
No.
What? No, it's
Damn
not
it,
Bruce
man.
Willis. Think
Boo.
B tier
I-
action star.
I'll buzz in. I'll say I'm gonna one of my resolutions is to brush up on more holes in wrestling for commentary. That's
nice.
like because I just want to
What a maneuver!
I don't want to be the one to maneuver.
How come he gets nice for his resolutions and I get, that's not a very good resolution?
So you were close. Instead of Bruce Willis, look towards Steven Seagal.
Yes, correct.
Yes.
You're not close at all.
We got Bruce and Steve.
Yeah.
One of them has hair, one of them doesn't.
All right, this answer is going to be okay. This is going to be hard. You're not going to get this one. Cockroaches are hard to kill, but what is the fastest way to kill them?
Oh, wow.
What?
The fastest way to kill a cockroach.
Yes, like without just like physically stomping it or anything. This was like a backup question, but okay. Yes, who's
Okay.
buzzed? Who buzzed?
Me. But you want an entertaining answer? I don't know what an entertaining resolution sounds like. What's an entertaining resolution?
Because like these things can survive like
Stop
nuclear
masturbating
war
so much or
if
something
need
like that.
be. Like what?
What?
These things like they say how cockroaches can
Yeah,
survive
they
nuclear
can survive
war.
nuclear war. No, I'm
he's trying to
still
do
on
the
the
buzz
buzzer.
still.
I need to buzz with something something more entertaining than my
Like,
actual.
I really must stop
fucking-
masturbating so much. Something fun.
Well, no, okay, hang on. You know what though? I have been looking into this whole no nut thing for real. For real, you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up.
This is a conspiracy theory.
No, I've been looking into this no nut thing. Like apparently, like the Taoist way of semen retention, and even like during coitus, not ejaculating, because you want to like retain your creative essences or whatever.
Oh, I feel
I'm like,
sick, man.
And like they say
God.
they say that like women are supposed to come as much as possible to be their best selves, and men are supposed to come as little as possible to become their best selves. I don't know. I've been looking at it. I've been reading it. I've been like, this makes a lot of sense.
What did you bring upon us, Ben?
My bad.
Anyway, what was the question? Cockroaches. Yeah, I don't know. Destroy the brain? I guess. Double tap?
No. Mysterious, you want to buzz in? You're not going to get it.
No, I'm not going to get it. I mean,
Was that more entertaining for you?
It was entertaining. You might get the point just by that. But
it is.
let's see how Mysterious goes.
So if we can't squash them, we can't spray them. I don't know.
No, it's sort of like a spray, but like what's the ingredient? I guess
ingredient.
What's the formula? What's the?
I don't know.
Well, it's not uranium.
No, it's not uranium.
Time's up.
Yeah, time's up. I'm not gonna. Sorry.
The correct answer is boric acid. Now, I can't believe you didn't get that. Anyway, next question.
Fuck the hell? This is chemistry class all of a sudden.
You put pressure on me to make a quiz. Okay, here we go. You've got a fun one now. We all like the fun ones.
Put pressure on you.
All right, so Tessa is the daughter of one of the original Four Horsemen.
Yep.
So I've got the list of all the Four Horsemen there's been in history.
Oh.
Back in the WCW. So I want you just to go one for one until you just can't get one.
Okay.
Do we start off with a buzzing?
Okay. Do we need to buzz?
Yes.
Okay.
Just for the first one.
Okay. Well. Another entertaining resolution. I mean, look. I always want to fuck more, right? Does that count? You got me thinking about the nut thing now. Yeah, fuck more, come less. Yeah, for sure. Why not? Let's go with that. Since we're just spewing entertaining bullshit, let's go with that. Okay. So obviously Tully.
Correct. That's one. All right. Mysterious. You gonna buzz in?
Okay. I'm gonna go the opposite directions because my resolution is to be a loyal.
Fuck less and come more.
Oh, I was gonna say. Well, I was gonna say
that would be the opposite. He is getting married this year.
There was what I was gonna say, but you've kind of. Okay. Ric Flair.
Okay. All right.
God damn it.
Let's go, Greg.
You do not want to be Space Mountain. This is opposite of what you want to be. Okay. Arn Anderson.
Yes.
His brother, Ollie.
Yes. All right, now you have to go through the dregs a bit.
Okay.
Whew. Yeah, see now I struggle because Ollie was my last one, but
there's 11 more.
Oh, there's so many.
There's 11 more?
Yeah.
Fucking mate. JJ Dillon was in it for a bit, right?
He's not listed as a member, but he was like a manager, so
he's like the manager guy.
Yeah, but he's not like no, he's not. He doesn't count. But keep it like
I'm
not gonna say I'll disqualify you. I'll disqualify you if you keep this arguing up. You have another property.
That has to count.
No, because there's like another like 15 managers and people that various people like these are like proper wrestler members.
It was the country guy. Was he one of them?
I'm not. Which country guy?
Not Kurt Hennig. The other one, and they hated rap. We hate rap. Fuck! What was his name?
God, I want to say something so bad.
Wyndham.
Which
Barry
one?
Windham.
Barry Windham. Yes, Barry Windham was in it.
Yeah.
Well, he was the We Hate Rap guy as well, right?
Yeah.
With Kurt Hennig. Yeah, sick. Yeah, sick. Got one.
Mysterious?
Chris Benoit.
Yes. So that I would have known that one at least.
Chris Benoit was in it?
Yeah, he had a couple of stints.
But he's not, he doesn't exist anymore. You mean vacant?
Oh, you mean redacted?
Yeah, no, vacant.
No. Greg, got one? There's still 9 more to go. There's one guy I've never even bloody heard of, I think. Oh, no, there's 10 more. I've got one listed down the bottom here.
Well, I don't know, man. So when Benoit was in it, it was like a reboot of the Four Horsemen, right?
Kinda.
He was in it from 95 to 97, and then again in 98 through to 99.
So was he with the guys that jumped the what were they fucking called?
None of the radicals were in this.
None of the radicals were in it. So none of Perry Saturn, Dean Malenko, none of them.
Sorry, yes, one of them was actually.
Yeah?
Yep.
Perry Saturn?
No.
Fuck.
You're out. Mysterious, if he gets one, he gets the win. Otherwise, you
Well, now he noticed that one of the.
Well, I'm not going to go Malenko because you just said it was Malenko. I'm not going to.
Wait on. What did you say? No, you said Saturn.
He said Saturn, then Malenko.
Did he?
Yeah.
I said when I was listing the four radical guys because it's Guerrero, Malenko, Benoit.
Oh, I thought you just said Perry Saturn.
No.
I said no to Perry Saturn.
Well, that was my first guess. Yeah, it was the first.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Well, I didn't say no to anybody else in the group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's Dean Malenko, obviously.
I'm not going to let you say Malenko. You got to go somebody else because you just got a distinct advantage then.
Well, no, it's old mate, so it's Mysterious's turn.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, Mysterious, but I'm not letting you say Malenko.
Sorry, I thought. Okay, all right.
So Malenko was one of them.
Yes,
Malenko
was, yes.
Okay, shit.
You still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people.
Oh shit! No, I just remembered one. Okay. But you're not going to let me have him. You're not going to let me have him.
Unless Mysterious gets it wrong.
Pillman Senior.
Correct.
Yes.
You won it.
Bullshit. No, he wasn't.
Yes, Brian Pillman from 95 to 96.
He was, yeah.
Little Nate. Would you have given me Little Nate?
No.
He was their referee, though.
These are like the wrestler members. Okay, so I've got Lex Luger.
Luger.
JJ Dillon and Little Nate count.
Luger, Sting, Sid Vicious, Paul Roma, whoever the hell that is, Steve McMichael, and Jeff Jarrett. Oh, and Kurt Hennig.
Oh, Kurt Hennig.
So you said
Kurt Hennig was in it as well?
You said who was that guy with Kurt Hennig? He hates rap.
Okay, so hang on. So you're saying Kurt Hennig, and I say Kurt Hennig. This is one of those. This is back to conspiracy, Greg.
No, that wasn't your answer. You didn't guess with Kurt Hennig. You said
no.
Who was that guy with Kurt
completely
Hennig?
Unrelated. Have you guys heard of the Mandela effect? Can we do an episode at some point on wrestling Mandela effects? Because I'm convinced Kurt Hennig was with an N. Hennig. But apparently his name was never Kurt Hennig.
Just
wait a minute. It's HENNIG. Oh, you thought it was ING, did you?
Yeah.
I think.
I probably thought that as well.
He's gone by Hennig at some point.
No,
yeah,
apparently he never has. If you look it up, he was never Kurt Hennig. Ever. Ever.
We switched timelines at some point.
We switched timelines due to some Mandela effect. Anyway, I lost again.
There's still one question to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mysterious has 3.
Triple or nothing.
The Roach one.
Triple or nothing.
So the final one, you're going to have to be quick for this one. You both ready for a buzz?
No. I need another resolution. God damn. All right.
I'm gonna spit this one out quick, so you got to be quick. You ready?
Okay.
What is the date and location of TCW Annihilation 7?
I've got a lot of projects that are on the back burner, like things that I'm halfway through writing, et cetera, et cetera. So one of my real resolutions is, to have at least one of these new projects sort of completed by the end of 2020.
Good. I accept.
Okay, cool. And it's February 22nd at the Elfin Sports Arena? Center.
Yes.
Center. Cool.
Correct. Well done. See, I didn't bring up anything to do with TCW the whole episode because I was saving it for then.
I love it.
We love your
That
restraint.
was great. You know how I remember that? It's Elfin because it's like Elven, like Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
That's how I remember it. Elfin Sports, yeah.
So
nice and easy.
I've got to bring up how so Corey on Twitter loves the quiz apparently. Mm-hmm. Then I introduced myself to him at MCW and I said, "Oh, hey, I'm Ben," and shook his hand. I go, from the podcast. Well, I probably should have said the B Plus podcast, and he just kind of nodded, and maybe he didn't know who it was.
No, soldier. Never walk up to a person and be like, "Hey,
big time me.
I'm such and such from the
kind of a big
podcast." Like,
deal.
what? Who does that? I'm a big deal.
No, because he said, "Oh, hopefully with a quiz like that day, like you put the episode out," and he'd replied saying, hopefully with a quiz next time."
I'm telling you, man. There's
It's
a lot of people who like the quizzes.
Okay. Will they all like be jerks to me as well, like Corey?
You know, well, maybe. I mean, there was the kid that he listens. He's a fan of the show, and he got in a bit of hot water on Instagram with Shazza for saying that he thinks that Jessica Troy should be signed to AEW. Right?
Yeah.
Like that guy. And he's a good dude. He's a really good dude. And he's just, still sort of learning the social cues and stuff, I guess. Yeah. But, he's a fan of the quiz. He's messaged me before about being a fan of the quiz. A few people have messaged me about being a fan of the quiz. There's a lot of people out
after
there.
That boric acid thing, I think they all hate the quiz.
I hate the fucking quizzes. I've been an anti-quiz since day one.
You liked it at the end of the year.
That's a t-shirt design. The B Plus anti-quiz.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Anyway, that's going to do it for us here this week. I'm hoping to organize an interview for next week. We do have some interviews lined up for later. Like I said, we've got a big one for Valentine's Day, which On the Turnbuckle have scooped us for. So, if you want a spoiler for that, go listen to On the Turnbuckle. But you can always, we're hoping to have an interview next week. So tune back in and have a listen to the new format, Loosey Goosey Casual B Plus Wrestling Podcast. In the meantime, where can people find you guys online if they want to get your hot takes?
You can follow me at Mr. Mysterious 107I on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Grapple. Hit me up, guys, and let me know what you've thought about this week in the wacky weird world of pro wrestling. How about you, Ben?
On Twitter at AsiaManiaPod, on Instagram Ben Wyatt. Should be easy enough to find, and you can look at me lifting weights and doing wrestling stuff maybe.
And I am at Greg Unchained on Twitter, at the Greg Unchained on Instagram. We collectively are the B Plus Wrestling on Twitter, because wrestling on Facebook, B Plus Wrestling everywhere else. Like, share, subscribe, 5-star review, if you like what we do. And thank you so much for listening.
Catch you guys.
Goodbye.